Hey everyone, today we're going to do just a slow flow for some deep release. If you're down with that, join me, grab a block. If you don't have a block, grab a blanket, roll it up, grab a towel, roll it up. Let's chill. So how are we going to start today? Let's go ahead and find a seated meditation. We are eventually going to make our way onto our shins. So if it's comfortable for you to start here, go ahead, untuck the toes, sit on the heels and the shins, allow the palms to face up, close the eyes, allow the eyelids to soften, allow the shoulders to just sit heavily. Try to create lots of space between the earlobes, the collarbone, the shoulder. And envision the posture, making sure that you're not slouching, making sure that you're not tensing, but allowing the breath to be fluid as it flows in and out, in and out, in and out. Allowing yourself to be mindful of the sounds that you're hearing around you. Allowing yourself to be content with the sounds that you're hearing around you. And maybe even hearing the breath as it sounds hollow with each breath in and each breath out. Wherever the mind takes you during this time, whether it be through this practice, whether it be throughout the rest of your day, whether it be tomorrow, allow yourself to always come back to your home base. Your home base is your truth, your intention for existing, your purpose. Your home base is what you truly believe in, regardless of what's pulling you in opposite directions. So when you're done exploring for the day, always come back to home. Come back to your home. Come back to the stillness that exists within your mind, your body, the serenity that you feel around you. Coming back to all of the things, the ideas, the beliefs, the sounds and the people who make you feel safe, joyful, and at home. Slowly reach the arms up overhead, grounding down through the lower body, maybe clasping the fingers, squeezing the shoulders to the ears, lifting up. And then separating the arms, lowering the right hand down, reaching the left fingers over. Maybe you drop to the forearms. Maybe you extend the fingers out. And then inhale, core squeeze. You sweep the arms up into the other side. Firmly ground the left palm down, pressing the ground away, feeling a big stretch in the right side body. Firming up the muscles in the right arm, and then slowly lift everything back up. Take the arms out wide, and then clasp the fingers to the tailbone. Take a breath in, squeeze, push the knuckles to the back of the neck. Maybe lift the gaze, maybe keep it in front of you. And then bend the arms and draw the left palm over to the right hip. Maybe you have to do a little tug, a little pull to get it where you need to. Take a breath in, breathe into the tension. Try to soften it. Breathe into the space of your neck, your shoulder. Breathe into the tricep and the bicep. Take another inhale. And then exhale, release. Extend the arms away from the spine, pressing the knuckles to the back of the mat, feeling sensations within the forearms. And then bend. We're going to bring the right palm Suck it toward the left hip. Gluing it to the hip. Stretching out the right arm, the right shoulder. Breathing in. Breathing out. Let's take another inhale. Slow exhale as we extend the knuckles back toward the mat. And then slowly release. Just let the arms droop down toward the sides. Letting the shoulders just feel heavy as they cave inward. Maybe dropping the chin to the chest. And then lifting the gaze, bringing the hands to the knees. We're going to do a few rounds of cow-cat here. So slide the fingers toward the hip creases. Arch the spine. Take a big breath in. And then round it out. Draw chin to chest. Maybe even hold the knees. Inhale. Exhale. Take another breath in. And another breath out. Cat pose. Realign the spine. We're going to make our way into a tabletop position. And making any movement here that feels necessary. So maybe onto the toes, shifting the hips. We're going to come into a spinal balance. So rooting down, reaching the right fingertips forward and extending the left leg behind. Try not to curve the spine or dip. We're lifting up out of the shoulders. We're firming up the muscles. We're creating intention. We're creating stillness. You take another breath in. And then slowly draw the knee to the elbow. Let's pause. Notice how it feels to round the spine, adding some balance. Inhale, extend it out, firming up the muscles, squeezing the glute. Exhale, knee, big breath out, out, out to elbow, and then inhale, drive it out again. Exhale, control the movement inward, flex the toes, the fingers, and then draw it all the way back out. Bend the knee, and then reach behind you. You don't have to grab the toe, but if you can, go for it. Maybe you grab the toes, the foot, the ankle. Maybe you just bend the knee, flex the toes, and reach toward the back of the mat. Inhale, draw everything out. Lower the hand. Take a breath in. Sweep the right toes all the way over to the right, or the left toes to the right, and then grip the mat. Take a full breath in. On the exhale, you can crunch. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Inhale, return to center. Bring the knee down, tabletop. We're going to do the other side. Spinal balance. Left arm reaches. Right leg flexes up. Notice what's keeping you active and engaged. Slow breath in. Slow hug, knee to elbow. Inhale, release out. Exhale, slow, round. Big breath in, drive it outward. Last one, round the spine, hug it in, and take it all the way back out. From here, we're going to reach behind us, find that shoulder rotation, and then bend the knee. Can you grab the foot? If so, great. If not, great. Do what you can. And then inhale, reach everything out. Lower the hand first. And then sweep the right toes all the way over to the left. Grab the floor with your toes. Take a breath in through center. And then exhale, curl. Take the gaze toward the toes. Keep pressing into the palms. Notice how this feels. If it's uncomfortable, return to center. And then we'll all make our way into tabletop. Take a breath in. Drop your belly for cow pose. And then exhale, round it up. If child's pose feels good to the body, We're gonna sit on top of our heels, and we're gonna lay our chest onto our thighs, and we're gonna reach the arms in front of us. Our forehead can come to the mat or to a block. If this is uncomfortable, just stack the shoulders over the hips, close the eyes. Let's make our way into a plank pose. So coming into that high push-up, stepping the feet back, squeezing the thighs and the knees toward each other, and then firming up the muscles, lifting the hips so they're aligned with the ribs. Press the ground away. We want to make sure that we're not here and committing all of our weight down and crunching to our shoulders. We want to push the ground away, lift up. Take a slow breath in. And exhale, drop the knees, breath out. Inhale, dig the toes into the mat, squeeze, lift the knees back up into high plank. And then slowly control the knees down, exhale. Let's do that one more time. Dig down, inhale, lift up, press the ground away. And then exhale, lower the knees. Let's pause here, modified plank, breathe in. Exhale, bend the elbows, slowly lower all the way down with control, feeling the burn within the arms. Untuck the toes, rest the forehead down to the mat. Keep squeezing the elbows in, roll the shoulders down the back. Now lift the face off of the mat, push into the palms, and then lift the chest. We're going to airplane the arms behind us. Take a breath in, palms face down. Pull the shoulders away from the ears, and then lower the hands, lower a cheek to the mat. Bring the chin to center. Push into the palms down by your thighs, and then lift the face, lift the shoulders, and then lift the arms, the palms. Take a breath in, push down into the lower body. Push down into the hips, lift up, one more breath, and then take the opposite cheek to the mat. Chin comes to center. We're going to do the same thing, or if you'd like to move forward a bit, we're going to interlace the fingers to the tailbone, extend the knuckles to the heels, and then inhale, push down into the lower body, lift the upper body as much as you can. You might only come up a few inches, that's okay. Pulling the shoulders away from the ears, and then lower all the way down. Slide the hands back under the shoulders, tuck the toes, and we're just going to press up into that tabletop. Let's draw a breath in, drop the belly, lift the gaze, returning back to our cat-cow sequence. Press down on the out breath. And then we'll return to a neutral spine. We're going to kickstand our left leg over to the left and extend the right leg behind us. So my left hip is stacked right on top of that left knee, and my toes are parallel to the kneecap. Right arm up, left arm reaches. So check out my arms, they're in a nice straight line. You can also use a block, a pillow, or a blanket to get you a little higher here if it feels better. We're going to press down into the left palm, down into the right foot, and reach the right arm overhead. So make sure we're not letting the arm go limp. We're intentionally reaching for something in front of us. So you want to feel the stretch in the right side body. Take another breath in. We're connecting those points of contact to the earth. Foot, hand, knee. Reaching the arm overhead. Take another breath in. And breath out. Reach the right arm up. Come to the left fingertips if possible. And then inhale into this T. The letter T with our arms. Our legs stay the same. Lower the right hand down. Inhale the left arm. And then reach it toward the left or toward the right. Now we're stretching out the left side body. Take a big breath in. Exhale, return to the T and all the way back down to that modified side plank. Let's do that again. The core is what's gonna bring you up. So hug muscle to bow. Inhale the right arm, lift both arms into T. Exhale, left arms reach. Left arm reaches, right fingers down. We only have one left arm, not left arms. Inhale, come back to T. Exhale, lower and reach. And then slowly squeeze, come up, pause. Inhale, the arms lift. And then exhale them to your heart. Take a breath, pause. And then slowly lower the hands down. We're gonna create that tabletop position once again. So I'll face this way so you guys can see. And we're just gonna hang out. We're gonna dig into our right foot, pushing the mat away with the palms, stretching the inner leg and the groin. Breathe in. Breathe out. We're gonna take one more inhale. And a very slow exhale. Walk the hands to your hips. Come on up. And let's find that modified side plank. Lower the hands, return to tabletop. So we keep frequenting in this position right here. Let's do the other side. So now our right leg is gonna kickstand off the mat. Our left leg behind us. Inhale, reach the left fingertips up. Make sure we're digging into the left foot. Take a breath in. And then exhale, reach overhead. Make sure you're pressing the ground away with your right hand. Your gaze can go up or to the wall. Slow breath in. Make sure you have control of the inhales. Inhale, arm lifts, and we're going to slowly come into that T position. And then exhale, lower the left fingers down, right arm reaches overhead. Make sure we're not tensing up the face. Make sure we're not holding the breath. Inhale to the T. Exhale, lower the right hand either to a mat or a block. Reach the left fingers over. Use the core. Inhale, squeeze up to T. And exhale, reach the right arm to the back of the mat. We're going to do that one more time. Float down into that modified side plank. And then squeeze, float it back up and reach overhead. And then slowly bring the hands to heart. Pause. And then lower the hands down to the mat like we did on the other side. So we have this halfway lift, this squared upper body. We're pressing down, and we're just digging into that foot. Stretching the groin, pausing, but still breathing, observing, paying attention to what's happening in the body. And then come back up into that modified side plank on the inhale. Lower down, tabletop once again. And then make any micro movements that feel necessary. You can wiggle the hips, you could shake it out. And then from here, we're just gonna sit back into child's pose if comfortable. If not, remember, we're just gonna stack our hips under our shoulders on our hips. And we're gonna lower down. And then slowly walk the hands up, coming on to our hands and knees. We're gonna find that modified high plank. So just scoot the legs back a little bit so you have this incline. Take a breath in, and then lower all the way down. Take the arms out like wings. Bring your left cheek to the mat. And then slowly draw the right knee out and toward the elbow. So this is called half frog or tadpole. Knee is across the hip. Our hip isn't lifted. Our hip is close to the ground. So just slide the knee away from the hip. Take a slow breath in. Paying attention to the sounds. Paying attention to the muscles that you're clinging on to. Where can you allow yourself to let go mentally, physically, emotionally? Where can you recognize the tension and where it's being stored? And then slowly, just start to scoot the leg all the way back to the mat. Take your right cheek to the mat and we'll do the other side. Left knee scooches away from the hip, coming into that half frog or tadpole. Lowering the cheek down. Relaxing the thighs, the legs, relaxing the fingers, the arms, the head, the eyes. If you're on a hard surface, you can always take a blanket or a pillow underneath the knee at any time. And then slowly slide the leg back down to the mat. Slide the hands under the shoulders. We're just going to press up and find a seat on our mat. Straightening the legs out in front of you. Flexing the toes. Inhale the arms up. And then exhale, fold, bowing over the legs. You can grab the toes. You can grab the ankles or just relax the arms down, folding the forehead either to the knees or to a block, pillow, or blanket. And here, try to reduce any tension in the body where it's unnecessary. So in the face, the arms, maybe you're holding on to your breath. Try to release the kneecaps and soften them. And then slowly ride the inhale back up. So from here, we're going to bend the right knee, cross it over the left, and find a seated twist. Everyone's going to have a different variation here, so allow yourself to come into the variation that is most doable for your body. So we want to make sure that the spine is long. Take a big breath in. And breath out, return to center, switch it up. Left leg bends and crosses. Right arm to left leg. Take a breath in, lengthen through the spine. And a breath out, maybe twist a little deeper. Let's take one more inhale. And slow exhale as we return to center. From here, we're going to take our right leg to the inside of our left leg. We're going to take our right hand behind us. Our left arm is going to reach up overhead. We're going to bridge the hips and then just reach to the back corner of our mat. So our hips are pressing forward. We're on our bottom shin and we're just arching the spine a little bit. We're going to take another breath in. And then slowly lower down, other side. Right leg out wide, left foot hugs in. Left hand down, right arm reaches, bridge the hips forward, arch the spine. Maybe take the gaze up, maybe take it down. Slowly lower with control. And then we'll slowly find our way onto our backs, mindfully with either your block, your pillow, or your blanket. Our next pose is going to be a restorative bridge pose. So push into the feet, lift the hips as high as you'd like, and then you're going to stack your prop underneath your low back, so underneath the tailbone. And we're going to send our weight onto that prop, maybe widening the stance of the feet. Still noticing the sounds that are occurring, noticing the sound of your breath. Notice if it's short and choppy or if it's smooth, long, and deep. If you feel anxious in the moment, can you just allow yourself to return to the presence of your breath? What does the breath feel like? What does it sound like? Are you remaining intentional to your practice? Are you diving into that self-awareness? Are you allowing yourself to just face whatever is surfacing for you? Can you allow yourself to sit with your emotions, to sit what's happening, to sit with what is showing up? And then slowly push into the feet, lift the hips enough to remove the block or your blanket. Bring the soles of the feet together so the knees fall out, hips are going to open. If this is too much with the hips, take a pillow or a blanket, stack them underneath your thighs. Give yourself some support, some nourishment, some relief. Always coming back to your home base. Escaping the ego mind and coming into your needs. Coming into surrender to reality. Never pushing the body where it's not ready to go. Letting go of those expectations that we create for ourselves. And then slowly close the knee, the right knee on top of the left. Take the arms out like wings. Maybe you want to deepen the twist by drawing the knees closer to the left elbow. And then your gaze is going to go toward the right fingers. You can close the eyes. And the legs roll through the middle of your belly, and we're just going to drop them to the right, switching the gaze up. Supine twist. Relax the shoulders as you soften them to the mat. Take a slow breath in. Notice what happens in moments of stillness and silence. Notice what you can really learn about yourself, about the reality of situation, about the way that you're truly feeling. And then slowly return back through center. Let's just wrap the arms around the legs if it feels good. If not, no worries. Squeeze everything in, releasing tension in the low back. Take one last breath in. And then on the exhale, we'll find our final pose. Flatten the entire body out. Take up as much space as you'd like. Cover yourself with a blanket. Take a pillow under your head. And just soften the entire being down to the floor. Setting up for Shavasana, in which I always say Shavasana is not a physical place, it is a mental one. And sometimes it is the most challenging part of the class. So if you feel like you're being challenged, you're struggling to slow down, you're struggling to be present, know that you're not alone. So this is a practice. This takes progress, patience, effort. It takes showing up in the present moment and surrendering to reality. Come back to your home base in Shavasana. Let everything else go. Return to the breath. Return to heart, love, intention, kindness, compassion. Close the eyes and allow yourself to return home.